The bottom line is, if you want to learn lean, you got to go to the shop floor. You got to get your hands dirty. When I go to Japan, I actually work in the factories. I actually do the work, so I understand how the Japanese think about the way they improve every process. And when I worked at this factory, they make over 100 million parts a year with only 35 defects getting to Toyota. I made 20 mistakes in the first hour. They watched me like a hawk, but they trained me so well. They allowed me to do everything. It was absolutely amazing. Getting my hands dirty, learning how to do the work with the workers on the shop floor. It is amazing how much you see and learn when you do. From the most simple things, stacking, moving boxes around, picking their Kanbans, finding all the cool little improvements they've made with little ramps that tip the boxes up at the correct angle for the operator, eating lunch with the people on the shop floor, maintaining their spot welding tips, going to their morning meetings, changing molds out that weigh thousands of pounds in under 5 minutes. I got to do everything because I only want to be one place, getting my hands dirty on the shop floor.
Go to the Gemba. That's where it all happens. That's where the real learning takes place. So 17 years of lean thinking. So this is me back in about 2000, hiding back there in the back, because when I first learned about this lean thing, I wasn't sure about it. So I go to Japan, I'm kind of hiding in the back, and I don't really want to do this thing. Are these people freaks or weirdos? I don't know what it was. So here's my story complete. In 1997, I started my company. 3 years later, we won Business of the Year. Pretty lofty thing. I don't have an MBA. I didn't go to MIT. They actually put a 30-mile no-fly zone around MIT. They don't want people like me even close to it, right? So, I just make everything so simple. I go, stay away. Anyways, but I did win Business of the Year, and we are a very successful company. The most common question that people ask me is, when are you going to go public, and can we invest in your company? So I said, wow, that's pretty good, not bad. And what was our product? Our first one was the simplest thing in the world, a peel and stick cover cap to cover screw holes. Nobody had ever invented that. And then a laser jam. Today we have like 900 products in 40 countries and 3,000 distributors around the world. We have, ready for this? We have no sales department. We have no marketing department. None. Our factory floor is our sales department. The phone just rings. We want to carry your product all over the world, all day long. Da, 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 da. New customers all the time. No sales department. Operational excellence is our sales tool. Could you imagine that? How about that for lean? Pretty incredible, right? So we're doing pretty good here. And if you looked at our factory before we learned from Toyota, we looked pretty good, man. It was clean. It was organized. Everything was buttoned down. I'm the biggest OCD person in the whole world. I'm like over the top. I could be the president of the OCD club, right? So, I should have been pretty good because Bob Taylor is a personal close friend of mine. San Diego. Click, click, click. Anybody putting this together? Taylor Guitars, the finest guitars in the world. I made the first 2,000 guitars that came out of Taylor Guitars with Bob. He was my mentor when I was 17 to 19. I worked for him. He taught me everything I know about manufacturing. He is unbelievable, the smartest guy I've ever met in my life. And I should have known what I was doing. I was an industrial arts teacher. I built furniture. I built beautiful homes. I restored beautiful homes in Pasadena. Hey, I had a good pedigree. I kind of knew what I was doing. This is my home. I built my home. I did all the landscaping in it. I built every piece of furniture in it, all the guitars in it, everything. The cabinets, the kitchen cabinets, everything. I knew how to manufacture. I knew how to put two things together. I knew more than how to screw in a bolt, believe me, right? So I knew what I was doing, or at least I thought I did. And I was very organized. You came to my factory, everything was buttoned down, faced off, clean, organized, painted floors, just like a hangar. It was unbelievable. But the problem is, lean is not about being organized, because you can organize waste. And I was the master of it. You see, waste defined by the number one is overproduction. And we had overproduced all kinds of things. Our customers ordered 100 caps, but I produced 10,000 caps. Why did I do that? Because I was ignorant. So I hired a couple kids to come in and help me learn about the Toyota production system. And when they walked around my facility, as good as it was, Business of the Year, the bank president had actually been there a week before and said, it's the best company he's ever dealt with. He said he'd loan me any amount of money he wanted. I was applying for a $250,000 line of credit. They don't give $250,000 line of credits to people like me. I had no business background. But he said, I'd loan you any amount of money you want. That's what he said a week before. And then these guys come in from Japan and say, I'm clueless. I'm going, what? I don't know what I'm doing. And I said, what do I need to do? And they said, you need to learn TPS, lean manufacturing, or Kaizen. Now that was a problem because those were Greek words to me, and I'm Greek, and I didn't understand a word of what they were saying. It was crazy. So I thought they would come in and tweak my company. I already had a good company. I was already making lots of money. Everything was going well. I had a problem managing inventory a little bit, but I thought they'd just tweak it. But they didn't tweak it. They transformed the whole thing. They turned everything into U-shaped cells. We started making everything one at a time. They took processes that were taking 45 minutes and took it to 7 minutes in 1 week. Then they took another die change that we're doing that was taking us 45 minutes to 5 minutes in 1 week. All of a sudden, we didn't have to produce all that stuff. We could turn on the machine, run what the customer wanted, turn off the machine. Imagine that. I was clueless. You know what? The next step was on my way to Japan. I had to figure out what the heck was going on here. So I went to Japan, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Earth to Japan. These people were all standing up on very simple desks. The president was in the same room as everybody else. Everybody was open communication. It was incredible. I went to factories that were doing metal fabrication that were absolutely immaculate. A one-piece flow. Inventory was arriving every day as they needed it. It looked like Disneyland. Skylights. It was beautiful. This factory had so much time. Once a week, they went around the entire neighborhood and cleaned the neighborhood. It was unbelievable. I saw mold die changes that blew me away. I saw mold changes like this one that would take 8 hours to do. I saw 4 people change thousands